Welcome, seekers of tranquility and wisdom. Today, let us explore the essence of a powerful spiritual mantra, let life be. This phrase, simple in its construct, holds within it profound depths that can transform our minds and the very fabric of our existence. As we journey through the layers of meaning within these three words, we shall uncover insights that can guide us toward inner peace and a deeper understanding of life's intricate tapestry. In our first reflection, we consider the nature of control and surrender. Often we navigate through life with a firm grip on the reins, believing that control is synonymous with power. Yet true empowerment comes not from the tightening of our grasp, but from the grace of letting go. When we say, "Let life be," we acknowledge that life's currents are too vast for any one person to command. In doing this, we open ourselves to the flow of existence, allowing life to unfold in its own mysterious ways. Now let us turn our attention to the concept of presence. The mind, with its incredible ability to traverse time, often wanders to the past with nostalgia or regret, and to the future with anticipation or anxiety. But in the mantra, let life be, we find an anchor in the present moment. The power of now is where life truly happens. It is in this very instant that we can experience the fullness of being. How often do we miss the beauty and richness of the present by being elsewhere in our thoughts? Furthermore, life is a tapestry of dualities, joy and sorrow, birth and death, beginnings and endings. Our usual approach is to cling to one and avoid the other, yet this only leads to suffering. To let life be is to accept the dual nature of existence. It is to embrace the whole spectrum of human experience without preference or aversion. What happens when we greet every facet of life with acceptance? When pain arrives at our doorstep, can we sit with it as we would with joy? This brings us to the art of equanimity. Equanimity is the steady heart that remains undisturbed by the storms of life. It is the balance that allows us to remain centered, regardless of the shifting landscapes around us. Let life be is an invitation to cultivate this inner stillness. Imagine a tree standing tall amidst a tempest, its roots firmly planted in the ground. Can we, like the tree, find our grounding in the midst of life's turbulence? As we conclude this first part, let us reflect on the liberation that comes with the mantra, let life be. To let go is not to give up, but to give over to a higher wisdom that governs the ebb and flow of life. It is to trust in the journey, even when the path is obscured. By releasing our tight hold on life, we open our hands to receive its gifts. As we move forward, we will delve deeper into the ways in which this mantra can be internalized and actualized in our daily lives. Embracing impermanence. The dance of change. In this segment, we immerse ourselves in the understanding of impermanence, a principle that underlies all of existence. Let life be is a gentle reminder that everything is in a constant state of flux. The world around us, including our own selves, is in perpetual motion, evolving and transforming from one moment to the next. This reality can be unsettling, but it is also liberating. By embracing impermanence, we align ourselves with the natural rhythm of creation and dissolution, which is the dance of life itself. Consider for a moment the beauty of a sunset. Its beauty is tied to its transient nature. We value the vibrant colors painting the sky precisely because we know they are fleeting. Similarly, when we observe our lives through the lens of impermanence, we begin to value each experience, each encounter, knowing that they are not guaranteed to last. How does this awareness change the way we live? How does it influence the way we love, work, and connect with those around us? Often we resist change, seeking to build our lives on the illusion of permanence. We construct routines, habits, and structures to create a sense of security. Yet, the mantra, "Let life be," suggests that there is a different kind of security to be found in embracing change. It lies in the understanding that while the forms of life are transient, the essence of life, the energy that animates all things, is eternal. Can we find comfort in the continuity of this essence, even as the forms it takes are ever-changing? Let us also explore the role of attachment in our lives. We attach to ideas, to people, to places, and to things with the hope that they will provide lasting happiness. But attachment, by its very nature, sets us up for suffering, as it is based on the expectation that what we cling to will remain the same. Let Life Be invites us to examine our attachments and to question whether they serve our highest good. What happens when we loosen these attachments? What freedom might we find in the space that is left behind? In practicing non-attachment, we do not become cold or indifferent. Rather, we learn to love and engage with life more fully, appreciating the temporary gifts without depending on them for our inner peace. Our joy and contentment come from an inner wellspring that is not reliant on the external world. How, then, can we tap into this source of unshakable peace? As we navigate through the ever-changing landscape of life, we find that our true power lies not in holding on, but in letting go. In the wise words of Lao Tzu, by letting go, it all gets done. When we relinquish the need to control the outcome, we allow life's magic to unfold. This does not mean we become passive observers of our lives, but rather we participate with a sense of openness to whatever may come. In closing this second reflection, let's ponder the grace that comes with accepting impermanence. By internalizing the mantra, "Let life be," we wear life lightly, like a loose garment. We engage with the world with a gentle touch that does not seek to grasp or manipulate. This grace allows us to move through life with ease, even amid the most challenging transitions. The Symphony of Silence. Cultivating inner stillness. In our third exploration of the profound mantra, "Let life be," we turn to the silent spaces that exist within and around us. It is within these spaces that we can cultivate the stillness necessary to truly understand and appreciate the unfolding of life. Silence is not merely the absence of sound. It is a profound presence that holds the potential for deep insight and transformation. In the cacophony of modern existence, we are inundated with noise, information, and endless chatter. It can be overwhelming and can drown out the quiet voice of our true selves. To let life be, we need to create room for silence, to listen to the whispers of our hearts and the subtle rhythms of nature. What might we discover about ourselves and the world if we dedicate time to simply be in silence? The cultivation of inner stillness is akin to the tuning of an instrument. Just as a musician must tune their instrument to create harmony, we too must tune our minds to the frequency of calm and peace. This requires practice and patience. Meditation, mindful breathing, and quiet contemplation are all acts of tuning. They allow us to center ourselves, to become more acutely aware of the present, and to engage with life from a place of clarity. How does our perception of life change when we approach it from a state of stillness rather than one of reactivity? In this stillness, we also confront the noise within us, the inner dialogues, the fears, the relentless stream of thoughts. To let life be is to observe these internal movements without becoming entangled in them. It is to recognize that we are not our thoughts, that we are the consciousness that observes them. What power lies in the space between our thoughts, and how can we expand that space? Furthermore, inner stillness offers us a vantage point from which to view life's challenges. When we are centered, we respond to situations with wisdom rather than react out of habit. Challenges become less about external circumstances and more about internal resilience. How then do we maintain our inner stillness when faced with adversity? As we delve into the practice of cultivating inner stillness, we also encounter the concept of detachment. Detachment is not about disengagement from life, but about engaging with it while maintaining an inner equanimity. It allows us to experience the richness of life without becoming ensnared by it. Let life be becomes a mantra of trust. Trust in the process of life and trust in our ability to navigate it with grace. What does it feel like to live life from a place of detachment? And how does it enhance our interactions with the world? In closing this third contemplation, let's embrace the silence as a profound teacher. The mantra, "Let life be," is an invitation to pause, to breathe, and to listen to the symphony of silence that underlies all existence. It is in these quiet moments that we connect with the deepest truths of life. The harmony of wholeness, integrating life's mosaic. In our final chapter of reflection on the potent mantra, "Let life be," we consider the integration of all that we have explored into the mosaic of our daily lives. This integration is the art of living holistically, honoring the interconnectedness of all facets of our existence. It is the realization that every thought, every action, and every moment is a thread in the weave of our life story. To live in harmony with the mantra, "Let life be," is to recognize that we are not separate from the life that pulses around us. We are part of a grander narrative, a collective dance of energy that moves through every living being. How do we then embody this interconnectedness? How do we ensure that our personal melody resonates with the larger symphony of life? The journey towards wholeness invites us to bring mindfulness into every aspect of our being. It asks us to be aware of our thoughts, our words, and our deeds. Mindfulness becomes the loom on which we weave our daily experiences, creating a tapestry that reflects our deepest values. What would our lives look like if every decision were made with full consciousness? Moreover, living in harmony with "Let life be" is about honoring our true nature. Each of us has a unique contribution to make to the world, a unique expression of the life force. When we align with our authentic selves, we act with integrity and purpose. Our actions become an expression of our inner truth, and we move through life with a sense of fulfillment. How do we discover and nurture our true nature, and what changes when we live in alignment with it? In integrating the wisdom of "Let life be," we also embrace the concept of service. Service to others is a natural extension of recognizing our interconnectedness. When we understand that we are all threads of the same fabric, the well-being of others becomes as important as our own. Service is the act of weaving strands of kindness, compassion, and support into the lives of those around us. How can our individual acts of service create ripples that enhance the tapestry of our collective existence? As we conclude our meditations on this profound mantra, let us reflect on the journey we have taken. From surrendering control to embracing change, from cultivating stillness to living mindfully, each step has brought us closer to a life lived in harmony with the essence of "Let life be." This is not the end of our exploration, but the beginning of a lifelong practice. The wisdom contained within these three simple words is boundless, and its application to our lives is as dynamic as life itself. Let us carry this mantra in our hearts as we move forward. Let it be a beacon that guides us through the complexities of life. Let it remind us that in every moment, we have the choice to align with the flow of existence. As we part ways on this leg of the journey, remember that the most powerful transformations often begin with the simplest truths. "Let life be" is not just a mantra, it is a way of life. With this, we wrap up our time together. Remember, The path continues to unfold with each step you take. May you walk it with grace, courage, and an open heart.